Okay, this is a Dead Dog Saloon. This is the game is Dead by Daylight. I'm playing the killer character called the Unknown. I have perks. On the right side there, you see the perks. The yellow indicator there is a generator that has more than one person on it. So I'm going that way. And so there's two people there, and then there's two people over there. So that's all four people that I'm playing against. Those are the survivors. They have perks. They can drop pallets to slow me down and stun me. I can run faster than them. I have an axe and one hit with my axe. It's the right mouse button, or the right controller button, I should say. And I also have a left button which fires a power blob from my neck. You'll see the thing come out when I do that. So I've just downed my first survivor. That was Dwight. I'm going to let him sit there for a second, and because I have another generator over here with two people on it. So I kicked it. I didn't get max benefit from my perk because I kicked that generator before I hooked Dwight, but it'll, it's just part of the dynamic of the game. You don't always maximize your perks. You just try to get some benefit from those perks throughout the game. So I got Dwight on my shoulder. I'm carrying him. I'm going to put him on this hook. He gets 3 hooks and he's dead. Or so much time on the hook. Or 3 hooks. And then he dies. So again, I get a lot of value, they call it value, out of my one perk there. And there's my Tinkerer, which gives me value, increased generator regression, as well as makes me undetectable for a time being. And then another perk there, when I kick a generator, or hit a generator, I'm able to see if survivors are hiding nearby. So they call it tunneling. I'm tunneling Dwight because that's kind of how you win the game. If you play nice and give everybody even amounts of hits, you'll lose. It's just not the way it works. Generally, it's the rules are the rules, and you got to play within the rules of the game. And people complain that you're tunneling or you're camping, and in order to win, you pretty much have to do you can be a little less mean about it, but nonetheless you have to camp the hook, which means stay near the hook and kill the same or hook the same survivor to get them out of the game. This is pretty much my best character because of his M2 ability to shoot the blob. It causes these are non-player character AI bots that I'm practicing against. Because I can shoot the blob, it causes them to do things differently. If I don't have that perk, they will run around pallets more efficiently than I can. Run around loops, they call it, different shaped walls and bushes and rocks. They can do it more efficiently than I can at this point because I'm not that good at this game. I'm good, but I'm not that good. I play on a controller, an Xbox S, which was which helped me keeps me busy during retirement. Some people garden, some people work on cars and do woodwork, and I play video games. And they're good at doing woodwork, and I'm good at playing video games. And I've been doing it since I was a kid. I was part of the crowd that was into video games as a kid. I was into pinball, and when video games came out, like the first one with asteroids, I played it, and Space Invaders, I played it. I'd go to video parlors and play them, Defender, and I was never great at any of them, but it was something I enjoyed doing. So that's Yui. You can dress these characters up in all kinds of outfits and make them look different and whatnot. The men and the women, and then the same thing with the monsters, the killers. You can put them in all kinds of different outfits and different weapons and stuff, and that's the game. And in my opinion, this is the best game that I've ever played my entire life. Some people say it's not that good, but they hate it for this and that. But just the gameplay is just so dynamic, and yeah, you're doing the kind of the same thing over and over again, but it's never the same game twice. So that's Kate Dennison. She's on a hook. I just teleported to my husk. This killer leaves behind husks after a certain amount of time, and you can actually control where you leave them. As you see those purple lines coming up on the side of the screen, when those reach the top, that means the husk is about to populate. And I can slow that down by pulling my left trigger, and it causes it to slow down. When pulling my left trigger charges my my blob, and then I fire it with my left button. So that's Yui. She's Japanese. Got her. So if you see on the left side there's 4 generators left, bottom left, and I've hooked the survivors. This will be the 6th hook. They get 3 apiece, or again, so much time on the hook. You can hook them one time, but if you leave them, if they stay on the hook for a certain amount of time, they die. They call it stage 3, and they die. They go to stage 3 and they die. And they go to the entity who's over. So I'm about to generate a husk. There, I just left the husk back there. That noise you just heard was Yui getting pulled off of the hook. So I'm tunneling, I'm going back to where they were. And you'll find Yui's going to be over here somewhere. Now, I'm looking for her, and she hid. They'll hide. They'll hide behind bushes and rocks and hold still and be quiet. And if you don't listen and pay close attention, they'll hide from you, because they're AI, and they do smart stuff. And they could make them so difficult if they wanted to, where you couldn't beat them, but they don't do that. They make them somewhat beatable, like the average. They're probably better than the average Survivor player. They just sometimes do some silly stuff that Survivor players wouldn't do. But they can. Well, if I didn't have this killer, if I play a different killer, these guys will wear me out. I need some sort of projectile that causes them to alter their path. Otherwise, they just run in circles around. They run me in circles. So that's why, when I watch these other folks play this game, I'm just, I'm not. Some of these guys, I'm nowhere near as good, but I'm good, because this game is hard, and I've got like 900 hours in this game, and there's people with like 12,000 hours. So this is called the main building, and it has a lot of places for the survivors to run around and get away from you. Sometimes the main building has a basement, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the basement is in the survivor shack. So here's Yui going down. This might be her stage 3. She could be in stage 3, I'm not sure. Probably not. Yep, stage 3. So she's gone. So now I've got to. So at this point, I haven't lost the game. Is the way we score it. I've tied the game, so it's a tie, and I'm trying to win the game. So if I can get one more survivor out, if I can kill one more survivor, then I've won the game. And if you can kill 4 survivors, it's a merciless victory. You've beat everybody, and you've won the game. And that's all you do. It's just it's eye-hand coordination. It's a whole lot of understanding of what's going on with all your different perks and how to interact with the AI of the game and how the game works, and like how not to get hung up on corners and walls and whatnot that you can run along, and it does you can slide along them, and that's all part of it. So I've just hit her with a blob. It causes them to lose some awareness, slows them down a little bit, makes them easier to take down, much easier. So Kay's going down. I'm not going to let her get away, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm kind of just practicing, because once you've tied the game, now you can just fool around. You don't care. It's kind of how I approach it. But once I've tied the game, I'm trying to win, but I haven't lost. Losing sucks. And losing against real people sucks too. Sucks more. And so I have played a lot of hours against real people, and I can play good, but it's in my nature. Even if I win, I feel kind of guilty for beating folks. It's just my nature. And so I don't enjoy it that much. So I don't play killer that much against people, because if I win, I don't feel that great about it. And if I lose, of course, I don't feel that great about it. So it's kind of this thing where when I play killer, I'd rather play against the robots at this point. I might change, obviously, but I mean, first world problems. Here I am playing a video game, you know. I don't have to go to work. I'm just playing video games. I'm practicing here against Kate. I'm working on my, tracking her, kind of pushing her around a little bit, because you can kind of push them. You don't have to hit them. You can push them if you want to. So she's out. Now I'm looking for the last character, which is Meg Thomas. She's kind of the original character of the game. Everybody, I like her. I think she's cool, but a lot of people don't like Meg for whatever reason. The way the noises she makes and stuff like that are kind of annoying. So I'm looking for the hatch, because I didn't want Meg to get the hatch. And so now I spend the last 5 minutes trying to find Meg, because there's 2 gates that are powered up. Once you've killed 3 survivors, and then you close the hatch, if you get to the hatch, then it powers up, opens 2 gates. And in this particular instance, the gates powered up very close to each other. Sometimes they're far, far away. This is almost a no-win situation for the survivor. Even if she was trying, and I didn't know what she was doing. She's somewhere on this map. She's somewhere. But, so I'm going from this gate, then I'm going back to that gate. And I'm just going back and forth, trying to catch Meg, because what they do is they come up and they try to pull the lever on the gate, and it takes like 30 seconds for the gate to open. So as you can see, I can get between these 2 gates within 30 seconds. Even if I, right at this moment, if Meg comes right behind me as I'm leaving and pulls it, I probably will get back before she can get the gate open. The problem is she's not injured at all. So even if I hit her one time, she could get out. But with the bots, they're different. They're not, they're not like people. They don't make the same people decisions. So I'm just kind of looking for her, and I'm practicing teleporting to my husks, just for fun. And I didn't get into all the details. I may or may not ever get into all the details, but it's kind of what's going through my head while I'm playing. All these things that I'm talking about are going through my head. And what you see, the bar across the top, is how much time is left in the game. At this point, if the survivor hasn't escaped, when that bar gets to 0, the entity, which is the overwatching kind of the god of the game, will kill any survivor that's left. So I'm just, I don't think Meg's going to get out at this point. So she's just got 5 seconds left. Boom, and there she is. So I'm trying to figure out where she was. And so you see that fireball, that's where she was. So I think she was hiding out up there, I think, right by that generator for some reason. So that's game over. Dead Dog Saloon. My character's the unknown, and I'm a merciless killer. I got 4 kills, no escapes. Alright, so this is some of the things that I'm adding to my channel. Hopefully it draws more viewers. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, I'm Mikey C, Las Vegas Mikey. And I'm a 60-year-old video game player slash into the AI, into just messing with computers. And so you'll see my videos if you come to my channel and subscribe. So please like and subscribe. Let the videos play a long time. That is magic for the algorithm. And hopefully you enjoy my content, because that's what it's all about, is just having a good time. And we'll see you next time. Mikey out.